Oyster's hot.
What the hell?
My bad.
Woohoo! God dang it, D269, will you slow the hell down? Well, sorry, Uncle Sam. I'm just excited because your boy from Walmart is going to Sneedville to pick up a very important letter from Lucy heading to the Sissy Squad. Ooh, I'm so excited. That's great and all, but could you stop shaking me around like peas in a frying pan? Walmart! Oh, hey, look, there she is. Walmart! Heh whoops, had a little sidetracked. My bad. So, what's it say? What's the letter say? What's the letter say? Come on, tell me. Oh, come on, don't be shy. Come on, just read it. Oh, come on, hurry up. I don't have all the time in the day. Can you just be nice to her, please? Can you read what it says, please?
Dear Sissy Squad, it has come to my attention that my brother Tom has resurfaced and has recently been confirmed dead after officers Bruno and Phil looked over the mountains of Arlenville. I would like to issue an apology on behalf of Neville for the recklessness of our former Army General Tom. I love my brother dearly, despite his flaws. However, I cannot deny what he did was unspeakable. As a gift to show my gratitude towards you engines for saving yourselves and for Neville, me and Warrior issued the building of your new shed. Thanks for your help, Lucy.
And that is what it said. My services are no longer required. Walmart! Walmart! Well, that was a lovely letter. Wouldn't you agree, Carol? Oh, yes, by the way, what do you engines think of my new hat? Very lovely, ma'am. It looks very proper for a controller like you. Why, thank you, Bum. I really appreciate that. Well, I hope you fellers appreciate this shape we built you. It wasn't exactly a cheap thing. It took a lot of money to make this shed. As Lucy stated, Warrior and her helped pay for it, but me and my construction crew helped build it, you know. Yeah, you did a lot of help, while I escorted you around, of course. Yeah, shut up back there, you work for me, remember? Whatever. That was definitely a lovely letter. Yeah, I agree, said Lord. Oh yeah, it's also worth mentioning that Swank and Rosie have decided to move out of the Sissy Squad. Wait, you guys are leaving? Aww, said Peter Sam. What's such terrible news? Well, it's not really terrible news. I just decided to leave for my own tuition because, well, I have a lot of work to do in Vickerstown. I can't keep coming from here to there to the DRI. So I decided to make it simpler by just moving into, like, the DRI, well, not permanently, but, like, just living there. Because I'm still a resident of Solar permanently. So, yeah, I can just go from Solar to DRI, but I have a lot of work to do over there. You'll still see me around, though. Well, Teacher, you finally found yourself a good job in Vickerstown to keep yourself stable, since Mr. Hill recently started to pay us. Yes, because before we were running an illegal operation because I were using you guys as slaves, and I refused to pay you. Well, I'm just glad we're being paid now. I could use my money to go buy things, like whatever I want. In my human form, especially, because now that we have a house, half shed, we can explore the house part and the new shed part. Doesn't that sound great, Wallace? Oh yeah, I'd love to explore it with you guys, but are you guys still trying to learn how to get into your human forms? I was trying a bunch yesterday with Snoop and Pedo Sam. I couldn't exactly get it. Pedo Sam could. He'll show you guys later. Yes, I'm very tired right now. Well, you guys always have a home on the Budgie Railway if you want to come over there. That's very nice, sweetheart, but I prefer to just stay on my shed in the DRI. Oh, okay then. Follow me. I'll just take you over there. Well, I guess this is it. See you guys later. Buck, I need an analysis. It appears that the Gronk and the S-100 have just exited the Sissy Squad shed. Brilliant. This will be our chance to strike and become well known with our popularity. We'll find our way to get to the top of the leaderboard. Ain't that right, boys? Exactly. Oh, look, here comes the warship diesel. What? Where? Hippity hoppity, get off my property. Oh, hello there, Craig. What a pleasant surprise. Nice to see you. Yeah, nice to see you too, Wallace. What do you think of my new coat of paint? Oh, you look like how you did when we first met. And he looks like how he did back in America when me and him used to work together on the Mexican railway. Oh yeah, wait a second. Why are you in your old livery? Where are your stripes? Well, here's the thing, y'all. I no longer work for Engine Alert. What? Why? Well, the thing is, I came here to Arlenville to spend more time with Freddy and Bum, you see, but ever since I came here, it's been Engine Alert this, Engine Alert that, and I just had no time to do what I wanted to do, so, and I kind of broke a promise to you, Freddy, so now I'm gonna spend most of my time, well, the time I have left anyways, with you, you know? Oh, sweet. More people could join the Freddy squad and suck LJ guys with your mom. Shut up, Freddy. Shamari's behind you. Shamari! Well, boys, it's also worth noting that there are some new, pilots of this yard, you see. We have hired a bunch of shunters, like Vance, Sayori, and Slick. They'll be spending most of their time here from now on. Hope that's alright with you. Well, I guess that seems alright. We don't really have any designated things that take place here. Plus, that just means that they get a pay rise, so that's pretty good. I'm just trying to get more money, you see, because I need new money for a repaint. And Sayuki over here, Sayori, yeah, sailboat, whatever, she wants a repaint as well, and we want to have matching liveries, so she's probably going to get that soon, at some point. And I just want some red wheels. Wait a second, Vance, you look different. Yeah, I've told you, I've been overhauled. I got glasses, these new red wheels, and a lot of other things. I'll be Shunter around here, and I'll also be working at Old Fatherton. I look like Mark. Mark is a damn fool. He's running around looking like James. No, that's his own choice, really. Yeah, you're right. Anywho, since everything seems to be sorted out here, I guess I'll go back to my office, so, yeah, see ya. Alright, have a nice day, Carol. Actually, you know what, we're running low on a few things, so, Hank, you mind if I take Caroline and go out to do some shopping? Oh, that'll be fine, Carol. Just be back soon, alright? Alright, toodle beep. Well, I'm happy you guys gave me a chance. I didn't think any of you guys would like me, but Wallace took me in. Yeah. I mean, you do deserve to be the Sissy Squad after all. You did help us chase down, Tom. Shame he had to die, though. Yeah, I could tell that Lucy had great attachment to him. I probably would have cried if all my brothers and sisters, well, were gone, and they only had a few left. Yeah, Lucy only did have a few siblings left, so it must have broken her to see that, well, Tom was gone. I mean, they probably weren't even that... I mean, I know they were close, I've read about them and stuff, but, like... I think after what Tom did, Lucy's just gonna move on with her life and just start a new one with Clarence. Yeah, I see. Well, I'm definitely starting a new life. After McDougie's Nuggies started up in Hannibal, and Chester and J50 and Jared started selling chicken nuggets, I want to get in on some of that dough, so I'm gonna take Cluckerbuck, Truck and Duck, and this LJ gas tank. We're gonna go start our own business. Really? That's a great plan, Freddy. We can get so much money. Yeah, hold on a second. What about me? Don't worry. We'll come back to get you, Nuck. I mean, not Nuck, Suck. Oi, Nook. Sorry. Oh, curse you trucks for having similar names. Now come on, Freddy, we got some money to make. Can I just say I don't like being dragged around on you guys' crazy shenanigans? Oh! Hey, Lax dude, no complaining here. You're not full day. Ha, Lax dude, funny meme. Ha ha, okay, I'm gonna leave now. Well, I'm just so happy that you guys have your little friends. And now I'm all alone, because Oliver, he went back to Sildor, and so did James, and everyone else in Engine Alert just quit. So, it's just me. Just Monica. Nothing wrong with that at all. Oh, I'm so sorry I had to go, Monica. Just that Wallace gave me this new opportunity, and it's a really good business opportunity. I can make a lot of money here, and also, I could be a hero. That's really good for my reputation and my low self-esteem, you know? Because back in my old railway, I had, like, really bad self-esteem, but now that I'm here, I can forget about my past and just, you know, start new and become a hero and stuff, like, Wallace and his friends did. Yeah, we think this is a really good opportunity for her, not just, like, business-wise, but just because, like, a good practical decision. Whatever, I guess I'm all alone then. I'm gonna go do something. Well, said Craig, I guess I'll be seeing y'all around a lot more. Yeah, so I'll see you around, Craig. Yep. Do me being Craig, having a good time. My wheels are yellow, my paint is red, my face is yellow, but it should be gray, because TV series D199, TV series D199. Shut up. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, what do you two fellas think of my new paint? I look just like how I did in the Dank Meme War. Wait a second. Jared, I have a question. How could you look like that if, well, this is confusing. How could you look like that in the Dank Meme War if the Dank Meme War happened in the 80s and 90s, but you were, like, trapped in the shed during the 60s? Well, it's a long story. You see, Mr. Hill told that story wrong. What actually happened was that I was still in service. I was given a repaint like this. Like, I used to be black with red wheels, but now I was repainted like this. And during the Dank Meme War, I was, like, you know, working there during the 80s. And I didn't crash into the shed till, like, the 90s, you see. That was during the Dank Meme War, and it was before Swank died. So I was never there to see him die, you see. So, like, during the Dank Meme War, I was painted back into my black and red livery because I thought the white line had made me stand out too much. And then I had my accident, and, well, here we are today. Oh, well, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, it ties up a lot of loose ends. Alright, all you engines, you get yourselves back to work with the shunting. I don't want any lazy engines around here. Alright, I'll get to work. The sooner I work, the sooner I get paid. Yeah, I guess I should get to work as well. I need to take this flatbed over to Sneedville. Why is that? Well, I'm gonna pick up a statue over there. It's for the animal park. Oh, okay. And I gotta deliver this LJ gas to the fuel depot, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Wow, I'm really impressed with this humongous shed we got. Like, how was this able to happen? Well, I already explained it to you. Me and my construction crew built it. The top half is a house, you see, so you fellas just go up there and relax and stuff. The top part has rails, so, you know, whatever can happen up there. And the bottom part is rails, you know, other stuff like that leads up to the house. You know the point by now, you know, your human forms or whatever. Animal forms, either one works when it comes to the house. Oh, hey, that's pretty neat. This shape-shifting thing's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, it will be. Right, so, could someone please tell me where I am? That would be, very helpful. Hey, who the hell are you? Oh my lord, Speedy McAllister. It's been far too long. Matthew Sampson, what are you doing here? I work here in Arlenville, haven't you heard? Oh yes, I heard you and your friends stopped that Michael guy a few months back. Yeah, we did. We sent him and his gang members to jail, though recently they got let out. Oh, I see. What are you doing here, Speedy? Wait. Who's Speedy? Speedy is a chugger from Chuggington that I used to know back in the old days when we were younger and stuff. Oh, those were some good days. I don't know why he's here, though. Well, you see, I was sent here on an expedition. What's an expedition? Said Vanessa. An expedition is a hunt or quest that you go on for a specific reason, you see. Oh. I don't get it. Let me elaborate. I was hired by Ernie, you know, from Sneedville, former owner of the London Underground. Oh yeah, what about it though? Well, you see, you know Jubilee on that line. Well, he was friends with a bunch of other underground trains. Baker Lou, who was recently resurfaced, let me think who else. Jubilee, like I said, Victoria and Circle Line. Neither of them have been found yet, though. I'm pretty sure they're still in their sheds. And we also have two other engines called Hammersmith and City. Oh yeah, I've heard of those two. What about them? Well, that's why I came here. You see, I don't really work on Chuggington that much anymore. Things have changed. Chug Patrol's taken over and society's become corrupt. It's a huge capitalist scam, I tell you. Ugh, don't even get me started, Steven. Communism is the way. Sharing, communism, Reverend James Cole. But anywho, tell me more about this Chuggington and why it's capitalist scum. Well, that's not the point, you see. She's really become a corrupt leader, and Chuggington isn't how it used to be back in the old Steam Chugger days. In the Steam Chugger days, things are better. I hate to sound like that, but it's true. There are only a few good chuggers left. Everyone else has just turned to the dark side of Chug Patrol, and Chug Patrol's really just taken over with their strict rules, and V is just becoming goddamn creepy. So I escaped Chuggington a few years back. Haven't been there since 2014, maybe sometime before that. I haven't been, but I've just been traveling around, being like kind of a. I've been a lot of things. I've been a hitman. I've been detective. Although now I'm on a hunt for Hammersmith. A hunt for Hammersmith? How do you mean? Well, to put it bluntly, I was. Let me explain. I traveled to London for a little while to talk to a few of my mates, a few friends I had from over there. You see, I come from America, though I have a few friends in London, and I met up with this underground train called City in Crew Works, like back in 2014 with his brother Hammersmith, and they were both in there because they were both discovered by a bunch of rail enthusiasts. And a few months later, I realized I was contacted by Mr. Hill, actually.
Oh my god, Speedy, you're here? Mr. Hill?
Why did you contact Speedy McAllister? Well, a few months ago, I ordered City to come to my railway, but he never showed up. Neither did Hammersmith. Oh my. Yes, I know. It's crazy. Yes, the workshop where Hammersmith and City were getting repaired, it closed down, and most of their engines were just sold to scrap to make extra money. And I believe that's what happened to Hammersmith and City. So when Mr. Hill ordered them, it was a scam, so he lost his money. Yeah, so I hired him as a detective to get my money back, because I can't be losing my money. I need my money to look good. Oh yeah, I can clearly see that you have not been using your money to look good. You wear the same green army suit every day. Not to mention that there's a very noticeable ketchup stain on it. Also, not to mention that that's the exact same suit you wore in 1996 when this dank meme war was like in full thrive, I believe. Not to mention the odor's just so unbearable to be around you. It smells like a dead animal. A handsome cool like me can agree. Well, gee, if you shape-shifting freakinoid trains with arms, missile and blossom rhyme fool-looking fellers have a problem with the way I smell, then how about you grow some damn hands, get in the kitchen, and wash my damn clothes? Alright, Mr. Hill, settle down. Jeez, you haven't changed a bit. Anywho, I was originally going to approach the Krusty Crew about finding Hammersmith, since I had been talking to Jubilee for a few weeks about it. Well, actually a few months. Ever since Jubilee came back, he contacted me on social media, and we've been talking about the hunt for the others. We narrowed it down to Hammersmith and City being the easiest ones to locate. I see. But sadly, Jubilee didn't think the Krusty Crew would be interested in finding Hammersmith, mainly for the fact that, no offense, but you guys are just a bit better than them. No, they have Spud and Spencer. They're very strong. And Clarence, he fights evil demons. And Angel, she's a lesbian. None of the things you just said are personality traits, that's the thing. Yes, because over here, this is a communist society. We share everything, and everything works out. You know, Ivan, normally you're always talking a little malarkey, but for once you're actually right. We do function like that. We don't use, like, communism, we use something called Calvinism. Yes, because my real name is actually Calvin. I go by that sometimes, because, you know, communism, Calvin, school meme. Anywho, I decided, on my own opinion, that the Krusty Crew would not be a good option, since they got, you know, their own responsibilities, like kids and jobs. But since you guys have a new shed, and your guys' job is to be heroes, I figured I'd approach you, since you guys are, well, younger and stuff like that. Not younger per se, but, well, you know what I mean. You guys know what's going on. So what do you say? You willing to help me find Hammersmith? Well, if Wallace is in, then I'm in. Same here, I'd love to go on an adventure, no matter how far. Ugh, I guess I made a pedo Samson. I'd go to the ends of the world for anything that's important to him. And since I'm gonna be in the part of it too, I gotta protect my fellow comrades. Very well. The hunt starts tomorrow. Better enjoy your sleep now, because it might be a while before we come back. Alright, hold on a second there, Speedy. We'd actually like it if you stayed the shit for a little while. You could sleep in that spare shit over there. I don't even know why that's there, but like, you could stay here for a little while and help us figure out a plan to find Hammersmith. Brilliant idea, Mr. Hill. I'll attend to that at once. Well, I guess I better make like a pearl and roll. So how exactly long will this hunt for Hammersmith supposedly be? I don't know the specifics, although I assume it shouldn't be that long. We just need to travel over to London, you see. Hold on a second, London? Yes, but we're not alone. See, City, he's been on the search for Hammersmith for a little while. He's supposed to show up to Arlenville, because you see, he and his brother got separated, and it's a really long story. I'll explain later in the shed. Oh, okay then. Well, it's starting to get darker out anyway, so I guess you can come in the shed and explain to us now. Alright, everyone gather around in the shed. And with that, the engines went into the shed so Speedy could tell them the story. Right. So, you chuggers want to know the reason why Hammersmith and City got separated, huh? Why, yes. It seems very interesting. Well, not many things in life are interesting anyways, so deal 10. Oh, could you lighten up, please? Can you lighten down? It's nighttime. Some engines are trying to sleep. Alright, Speedy. You could tell us now. Right. So, like I said, I was speaking to Hammersmith City a few months back. It was a few months back when I contacted with Jubilee and we were able to get into contact with City. This was the best part, you see. Now, let's rewind back to 2014 when I first left Chuggington. I had left Chuggington and I had honestly lost my way. I didn't know what I was doing with myself. I had no friends and no one to talk to. I didn't really have much motivation to live, but for whatever reason, I decided to find a new life outside of Chuggington. And that new life was what ended up bringing me to, well, the workshop. Now, this workshop wasn't 100% legal. It was some random workshop in London. It was not 100% legal, that's the thing. That's the main thing I'm trying to get across. They'd stolen many engines from old sheds and scrapyards, and they'd piled them up in this one big shed. But there were two engines that they were proud of the most. City, the first twin. He had yellow hair and purple glasses. Real funny lad. Knew a lot about science. And then there was Hammersmith. Hammersmith had blue glasses and purple hair. Now these two were a riot. They were big football fans, or soccer, I guess you would say over here. The twins loved each other dearly. They were so happy they were saved from scrap. When I came to the workshop, it was for some minor repairs. I pulled up in front of them and they introduced themselves immediately. Hello there, I'm City. And I'm Hammersmith. It's lovely to meet you. Why, hello, my name is Speedy McAllister. Come from Chuggington, you see. Oh, Chuggington. I've heard a lot about that place. Yeah, me too. Sounds like a lot of fun. We talked all day and all night. This cycle would go on for about 2 days. We would have loads of fun together. For 2014, 15, and the first half of 16, I worked with those two engines. Really? You did? Well, not work so much, because they were having loads and loads of design problems. It took them 2.5 years to get them right. But you see, I spent most of my time in London looking for jobs, solving mysteries, this jazz. And the whole time I was also talking to Hammersmith City in the works whenever I could. We became the best of friends. Sounds lovely. Absolutely lovely. Yes, it was. That's why I want to find them. I don't understand. If you guys were such close friends, and you live so close to each other, then, how did they get separated? And also, how did you get separated from them and end up all the way here in Arlenville? Well, my dear friend, I'll get into that in a minute. The twins weren't very, good designs, I'd say. I personally found their designs to be quite luscious and futuristic, although the ghetto workshops that they were at, they couldn't afford to keep them around because they tried to fix them for about 2.5 years to make some money off them, but it didn't work. All they ended up doing was corrupting them even more. City, on the other hand, he actually worked just fine. You see, they struck gold with him, but the problem was he and Hammersmith were both double units, meaning that they couldn't run unless they were together. So, I compromised and I did an idea. During their test trials, both of them were supposed to move and carry their both combined weights. However, only City was the one that was moving. So one night, I decided to help them out in a way. An old engineer friend of mine from Chuggington named Eddie, I went all the way to Chuggington to help get him for a secret operation. I didn't want the owners of the workshop to know. Basically, he was experimenting on them to get them to work, and it did. He knew all the right parts to go in all the right places, and before you knew it, both Hammersmith and City were able to move. But alas, I'm afraid the story didn't end like that. What happened to them? I remember it so well. It was a day like any other at first. I rolled into the workshop sheds one night. It was quieter than usual, and no lights were on. I found Hammersmith and City crying. I rolled up to them and asked them what was the matter. Twins, are you okay? What's the matter?
Oh, Speedy, thank goodness you're here. There's some bad news.
They're planning on scrapping us.
They couldn't afford to keep the workshop around any longer. You have to help us.
I was so devastated. I didn't know how I could help them. I began to panic.
My words exactly. Anywho, the twins were very sad.
You have to help us, Speedy.
Yes, they did, you do. You see, Speedy, my engine doesn't work anymore. Only City's does, so he's gonna have to tow me out of here.
I guess that's the plan, right? We're gonna have to escape scrap. Come on, you twins! And so, City quickly raced around to spin around and connect up to his brother so he could push him out of the shed. Sadly, I could not couple up to them, for they only had one magnet at the back of them, and it could connect to my knuckle couplings from Chuggington, but at the same time, I wouldn't wanna risk hurting myself or them. However, I did insist I come along anyways, but they told me not to. Stay here, Speedy. Don't come with us. You'll get into trouble, said City.
Yeah, right. You don't want to risk becoming another deadweight like me.
Oi, you! What are you doing?
The jig was up, and City was about to roll away with his brother.
We'll miss you, Speedy.
I'll see you again someday.
And with that, the twins rolled off.
Little did I know, that would be the last time I saw them. After that, well, like I said, after that, the people that owned the shop, they kicked me out of the shed, thankfully with no repercussions. But at what cost? From what I heard, Speedy and Hammersmith ran away.
Well, I mean, Speedy, but... Well, you know what I mean. Well, not Speedy, City, but you know what I mean. Just get to the point. Alright.
They were racing as fast as they could, but sadly, there was trouble. A signalman tried to switch them onto the other track, and well, City and Hammersmith weren't connected to each other. City was just pushing him as hard as he could. So when it came to the point, Hammersmith was shot in one direction, and City continued on straight.
And that was the last time they ever saw each other. And that, my friends, is how they got separated. Wait, but how did you come into contact with City again? Well, about a year and a half later in 2018, mid of it, I was contacted by City. He had told me he was in a scrapyard for a few months, but he was fixed by Mr. Hill and Arlenville Rail to come onto his railway. He said he didn't want to return until he found, well, Hammersmith, and that's where he's been. It all makes sense now. Yes, indeed. Well, Hammersmith, well, I heard rumors. He's in a scrapyard somewhere in London. Well, I don't really want to say. Where is he? He's in the yard. All the engines were shocked. Vanessa, Don Hando, Gino, and Ivan were all confused. Even Richard. What is the yard? Oh yeah, you probably don't know this. It's old slang for a scrapyard where whenever a steam engine, a diesel engine, or an electric engine becomes unworthy or useless, they get sent to that yard and cut up. It's not like any normal scrapyard though, because, well, there are millions, not millions, but like thousands of scrapped engines there that are just sitting out there against the forces of nature. It's the ultimate punishment to be sent there. So you're telling me, said Dodge, that you expect us to go all the way to London to go to some scary scrapyard to find some engine we're only just now learning about? Well, essentially, yes. It sounded less crazy in my head, but yeah, that is what I tasked you to do. But don't worry, City's not entirely lost. He's tasked us to meet up at a meeting place in London, so we could help him, find Hammersmith. Wait, so we're gonna meet up with him? Said Pinchy. Yes. I could already sense that something's gonna go wrong. Well, I hope that City, what am I saying? I hope that City doesn't run away on his own to find Hammersmith. It could be dangerous for him. Yeah, said Pedo Sam. I really hope that they'll be alright. Well, this story sounds convincing enough for me, Steery. Come on, you trains. We're gonna get some sleep, and then tomorrow we're gonna wake up and help this man find Hammersmith in the city. Yeah, I agree, Richard. This will be my way of doing my first real act as a new and improved City Squad engine. Sounds like a lot of fun. You in, Mr. Hill? Of course I'm in. I need to get my money's worth for losing City and Hammersmith.
Indeed, I'll come along as well. I guess we'll stay here and hold down the fort, said Mr. Conductor. Could I possibly tag along? If you want to, although I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know, I might tag along. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, until then, everyone get some shut-eye, alright? Good night. Alright, Mr. Hill.